One.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Open Bar Review. It's the Black Mamba Paul Wedding. With me, as always, is Leopold Knopp, and this week we are reviewing... What are we reviewing? Logan?
Logan.
Yeah, this week we're reviewing Logan. I already forgot what the name of it was.
The Wolverine character, played wonderfully by Hugh Jackman for the past 20 years, has gotten very, very old, and his healing factor doesn't work anymore. He is also taking care of a 90-year-old Professor Xavier, who is senile piece of shit, endangers everyone around him with his powers that he no longer has control over. And the plot of Children of Men happens. So this movie is 90-something. People are saying it's the best superhero movie ever.
93% last I checked.
It's kind of crap.
I wouldn't say it's awful. I think it was mediocre. For me, it was more disappointment than anything else.
The big deal with this movie was after Deadpool's massive success last year, we were finally going to get real Wolverine, and he was going to violently murder people, and he was going to cuss up a storm. He's super R-rated. And then we get there, and he curses like a rebellious teenager. It's fucking pathetic.
See, that's how you effectively swear. But with him, it's like fucking this, fucking that, fuck you, fuck, like literally like every minute.
The ability to curse is an expansion of your vocabulary. But with him, it's a limit. He becomes a much poorer communicator. This may as well have been PG-13 because the cursing is so tacked on.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been better without it, honestly. The blood effects are tacked on. They're played for shock value. It's still playing for that same PG-13 audience.
I liked seeing spikes go through heads, though. I thought that was nice.
It was.
The opening bloodbath was pretty cool. This movie's just kind of dumb. It really falls apart the last, like, third of it. The main big bad that Logan has to fight is literally his dark side, and it's a little too on the nose for me. I just found it very corny.
So you found some symbolism there.
Yeah.
I just thought it was stupid. Why are people saying it's good?
Because it's gritty and it's not like a typical superhero movie. It's my emotions. It's sad and feelsy. It gives them the feels because it's the last Wolverine movie.
It kind of executes all of that poorly, though.
I heard a lot of people getting like teary-eyed at the ending, and I just thought it was really lame. Logan's last movie, you can probably guess what happens. It's supposed to feel emotional over this bond that Logan develops with his genetic daughter.
His clone daughter.
I didn't really feel like they had much of a bond in this movie. Like, they didn't really get much time to spend by themselves.
You look at the way her character is handled. She's mute for most of the movie, and then suddenly she isn't. Really, it all boils down to an issue of character and an issue of them not really knowing how to handle what they're working with. It's supposed to be an emotional thing because these characters we spent the better part of 2 decades with are finally getting old, but they're not written anything like the characters that we've spent so much time with.
Yeah.
Well, Wolverine, he can't talk anymore. He's overacting his body breaking down to a Saturday Night Live level.
By the end of the movie, literally every scene ended with Logan passing out.
It literally gets old. His body, like, we fucking get it. Just give him a slight limp, and that's another thing that's really counterintuitive, because this is supposed to be Logan Unleashed, but it's also Logan hilariously old.
Yeah.
And no longer effective. We've got Professor Xavier, who is so riddled with dementia.
He's just kind of a moron.
He makes stupid decisions that gets people killed over and over and over again.
Yeah.
We've got Donald Pierce, who is the head Reaver guy, who was just kind of useless.
Evil guy with robot hand who might have mutant powers? I don't know.
He doesn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's just kind of the figurehead. Big Bad is introduced with a hyper close-up. This is an important character, and he just kind of teleports onto the screen. The Wolverine clone, he's introduced, like, with a close-up after the scene where Professor X thinks he's talking to the real Wolverine.
Yeah.
But then it's this clone. I was confused that entire scene. I thought, oh, this is like a dream sequence or something.
Yeah.
No, it actually turns out they've got this Wolverine clone that they've. That's so dumb. And
Like, why couldn't they just get Sabretooth? That's what they were talking about, right?
apparently, what was going to happen was they were going to run into him in a bar and team up, which would have been even worse.
That would have been awful. That would not have been in character at all. I thought a good amount of the action was pretty good. I really enjoyed the car chase, getting out of their little
The car chase was fun.
their hideout. Seeing Wolverine actually kill people for the most part was pretty cool looking.
I'm still satisfied with that scene from X2, where there wasn't any blood, but he was shredding the entire mansion. A lot of the action scenes was kind of invalid to me. You get the scene at the end where he's all hopped up on cocaine, and then he's all Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
But then the first scene, he can't handle 4 Mexican punks.
Yeah.
The next scene, he's in a car. The next scene, everybody's paralyzed because Professor X is having a fit. The next scene, I think, is where the clone shows up, and that's just fucking weird. This movie fails in 2 ways for me. It fails on the fundamental mechanical levels that it just fails at for some reason. And then it fails on delivering its promises, which is an R-rated, true-to-the-comic Wolverine that we really don't get to see much of. This is still probably the best Part 3 we've ever had.
I like Iron Man 3 a lot.
Guy Pearce, Fire Monster, whatever.
Last call, Knopp. How many beers would you give James Mangold for Logan?
No beers plus 1 or 2 for writing.
I'd give it a couple beers. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd give it a couple.
I feel nice. It's not atrocious. It's just, it's very disappointing.
It's mostly competent.
Yeah.
There are some glaring errors.
Yeah.
But it's mostly competent.
I don't know. How many beers would you want to watch this movie again?
Probably, if I had several beers in me, I could enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah. So.